In the forgotten mountain town of Brimwood, there stands a railway station that hasn't seen a real train in nearly 100 years. Yeah, the tracks are rusted, the platform is cracked, and the station sign swings in the wind. Even when there is no wind, locals avoid the place. Travelers never stop there, and yet every 100 years, the old station comes alive because of the midnight century train. Yeah? The legend began in Ichenba-Barsan when Brimwood was still a growing mining town. According to the town records, a train was commissioned to bring miners and supplies from the capital. It left the station full of people, over Arbeck passengers. It never reached Brimwood. No wreckage, no tracks disturbed, no survivors or bodies. The train simply vanished. Pained weeks later, miners working near the station claimed they heard a distant whistle echoing through the mountains, long and hollow, as if then one night the station lanterns lit themselves and the train rolled in, except it wasn't made of steel. Dumbia. It was translucent, a shimmering outline glowing with a cold bluish light. Inside, passengers sat motionless, staring blankly through the windows, like shadows trapped in glass. Since then, the legend has remained. Every years at midnight, the lost train returns to collect one passenger. In the present day, a young documentary filmmaker named Lena Harrow arrived in Brimwood. She was fascinated by urban legends and planned to stay only 1 week. But when she learned that the last recorded arrival of the ghost train was in Ichenju-Bedar-Suth, she realized something. The next arrival was due this year. And in just 3 days, the townspeople begged her not to go near the station. Some said the train takes whoever stands closest to the platform. Others said it chooses someone who lost their way. But Lena didn't believe in curses. She believed in uncovering truth. So she camped near the abandoned railway, waiting at exactly 3 p.m. On the predicted night. The air grew unnaturally still. Even the insects stopped buzzing. Lena raised her camera. Then she heard it, a low, distant whistle, stretched and mournful. The ground seemed to hum beneath her feet. The station lanterns, long dead, flickered to life. Menfog rolled across the tracks, moving unnaturally fast. The rails began to gleam, not with light, but with memory. And then the train arrived, Leant. It emerged from the fog with no sound except the whisper of wind through broken time. The engine glowed like molten ice. The wheels didn't turn. They hovered a few centimeters above the tracks. Through the windows, Lena saw them, passengers, not corpses, not skeletons, people, frozen in the exact positions they were last seen a century ago. Eyes glassy, faces pale, hands resting in their laps like dolls. One seat, however, was empty. As Lena filmed, the train doors opened with a slow hiss. No conductor appeared. No announcement was made. But a cold hand brushed her shoulder. She spun around. No one was there. Her camera screen flickered. A single message, single sign message appeared. Jan, US. Her breath caught. Olbanda. Suddenly, she felt herself pulled, not physically, but mentally, toward the open train door. It felt familiar, like remembering something from a previous life. A soft whisper floated from inside. Oh. We're almost home. And her body leaned forward involuntarily. Just as her foot reached the first step, she noticed something, The face of a child in the window. A girl with hollow eyes. The girl slowly raised her hand. Bo, and pointed directly at Lena's camera. Lena snapped out of the trance. With every ounce of strength, she stumbled backward and ran into the trees. Her camera kept recording until the fog faded and the train dissolved into the night like a dying breath. Lamb by morning, the station was silent, the lanterns were dark. The tracks rusted again, bland. But when Lena checked the footage, there was a problem. Oh, the train wasn't there, the lights weren't there. The fog wasn't there, only Lena, standing alone on the platform, staring into nothing. Bland, but the very last frame did have something, that same little girl, her reflection appearing in the camera lens, even though Lena was alone while filming. And beneath the reflection, a faint text glitch flickered. Now, next arrival, Arsène Ibart Arsouf, passenger reserved LH,